Hey everyone, welcome on to Branded. I'm Sarah. Today I want to talk about what to do before you make it big, right? You go viral. We're going to unpack something that I am seeing more and more of lately. And honestly, it's people going viral. I'm seeing this on TikTok all the time. I'm not even on there all that frequently, except to provide my own content. I really don't find myself scrolling all that much. But more and more, I see these people going viral and they're doing literally nothing on their photos, but they're going viral. And it had me thinking, do these people even know what to do on the back end? Like, once you go big, what are you doing with is there a business there? Is there something sustainable that's nurturing people? And I wanted to have this conversation because I did actually have a very similar conversation with one of my clients recently about a post really like gaining some major traction and not having the right kind of things in place. So I want to talk about going viral and more specifically, the false confidence that comes from it. Because in this world that like glorifies going viral on social media, hitting those follower milestones, you get thousands of views, in like a really short amount of time. And it's easy to think that, okay, this post just went viral. I'm successful now. But it doesn't. Those things don't equal. And here's a little bit of a tougher question. What happens when the world sees you, right, before your business is ever ready to receive them? What happens in that scenario? Because that right there is what we're going to be exploring today. And I want to help you avoid that like chaos, the excitement, the not feeling ready, right? I want you to avoid those feelings of chaos and not feeling ready the next time one of your posts really starts to gain traction. I want you to have the confidence to know the next step of what's happening for you and your business and not just fucking spiral. So, okay, let's talk about like the viral trap. Let's say you post a video, you're not expecting much from it, but like, boom, there it is. It blows up. You have tons of comments, you have tons of likes, shares, DMs, all the things, right? It's all the good stuff, supposedly. It's all the good stuff. You wake up to hundreds of notifications, your follower count has skyrocketed, in the last 24 hours. And now you have people asking, how can I work with you? Where can I buy this thing? Hey, do you have a course? Hey, do you have a book? Like they're asking you all these questions, and suddenly you find yourself scrambling because the visibility happened, but your back end of your business was not ready for it. You have broken links, your offers are super vague, your onboarding is like clunky and a total mess, and you're not even sure that you want all this attention. And instead of this being like a magical moment of like, holy shit, I have all this new growth, all these new leads, it's so exciting. Instead of feeling that, you have a moment of panic and you're like, I don't even want this because I don't have any way of taking care of it. That is not the feeling that you want to have, right? So instead of spending all your time trying to create a post that goes viral, maybe spend some of your time looking at the back end of your business because one of these days your content is going to gain the traction that you are intending it to have. Are you ready for it? There is no time like the present to create these things for your business. So why is this, right? Why are we panicking when we have all of this growth? It's because visibility does not equal sustainability. And I'm not here to bash like going viral by any means, because yes, it can be fun, it can feel very powerful, and it can even feel very validating. I totally get that. But when the attention that you're receiving is outpacing your infrastructure, it can create a false sense of success. And that false confidence that you now have, it can trick you into thinking that your business is much more stable than it actually is. Because you probably are going to start thinking, well, I need to launch something brand new right now. I guess I should start maybe like a group or a subscription or a membership program. Well, people are asking me for it, so I guess I got to create it. Okay, those are good questions, but do you really want to be taking action on those questions in that moment? Why not have those questions and take action on them when you're in a moment of much quieter space, when you have the time to actually think about it and not scramble in this moment of panic and chaos, right? Because without the clarity and the structure and the intention behind what you're posting, you're not going to have the support that you need for that newfound attention. And you're going to end up crumbling as fast as you rose. That's why going viral is not something that I subscribe to, because it is never the goal of the content that I create. Because you can crumble as fast as you rose, especially if you don't have the infrastructure to support that newfound attention. Here's a little example for you. So I have a client who she posted a reel recently and she started to gain some major traction. And she was obviously excited about it. But at the same time, she was like, I started to realize I didn't have a clear offer. I didn't have an easy way for people to like book me, or, even a clear way for people to find out who I am and what I really do, because it was just my content, right? She had nothing else after that, but she was gaining all this traction and getting all these questions and comments from this reel. So what happens, right? She decides, well, I want to create something on the fly. I want to be really fast about it and launch something that, is a little too fast to launch, right? Um, it's not fully worked, right? The idea isn't really there. And by the time everything was packaged and ready to go, the moment had passed. The energy had shifted. And that's why going viral can be very fleeting if you don't have the infrastructure to support that newfound attention. It will crumble as fast as it rose. And this has happened to me at least once before. I had my DMs blowing up about a post that I had. And I quickly realized I didn't have a funnel of any kind. Like I had no way of nurturing and bringing these people down a journey that kept them in my world. And I was not prepared for the influx of new people, new attention. And, I wasn't able to like make the impact I really wanted to make, or the income for that matter, because I was not prepared. I wasn't ready for it. And instead of me being excited about all of this newfound attention, I walked away from it feeling scattered instead of grounded. And it was a very humbling lesson. Basically, I'm like, I got to get my shit together. If I expect people to have the attention for the content that I'm creating, I need to also have the back end systems and the foundation to support the attention that I'm asking for. So here's some things that I would check before you like decide, okay, I want to go big, I want to go viral. If you're craving that visibility in your business right now, or maybe you've recently experienced it, here's what some questions I would ask. Is my messaging super fucking clear? Because going viral without that clarity is just noise. You're just contributing to the noise at that point. Can someone land on your website and understand what you do, who you help, and how they can work with you like within seconds? That's the first question I would ask. Is your message really fucking clear? And if they can go to a place to find out, can they do it within seconds? Second, is your back end ready? Is your back end of your business, your foundation, is it ready for that kind of influx? Do you have a clear offer? Do you have a working sales page? Do you have an onboarding process? Do you have follow-up systems? If you don't have any of these things and you go viral with a reel and you have 20,000 people, 20,000 views or, plus, and you've got 10,000 comments and they're all asking, how can I work with you? And you don't have any of these things in place, odds are you're only going to capture probably about 1% or less of that group of people, because by the time you're ready and you have these things built out, let's say a week later at best, the mood has passed, right? They're probably like, oh, I liked it in the moment. It's not for me. People move on fast, especially in this day and age. So are you prepared? Because if 100 people fell into your world today, would you be able to handle them? It's a pretty good benchmark question to ask. And lastly, what I would really look at before you decide, okay, yeah, I want to go big, I want major visibility for my brand, is your confidence rooted in strategy or is it rooted in attention? Because there's a big difference between confidence that comes from you having a strategy and confidence that is coming from validation from outside sources. Those are very different places to build your confidence from. So asking yourself something like, would I feel ready if this didn't go viral? If I was to get 3 views and 3 comments asking, can I work with you? Would I be ready for that? Same as if you got 20,000 views and 10,000 comments, how to work with you. Would you be ready for that? This is how you know that your brand is actually strong. Regardless of going viral or hitting it big, is your business ready for an influx of clients? So something like going viral might open the door for your business, but it is your foundations, it is your systems that determine what happens once someone walks through that door. So don't confuse the attention for readiness. And please don't try to rush to monetize all of that chaos. A lot of people do it, and you can do a quick little money grab, but there's no sustainability and visibility that doesn't have any foundation. So build something that can hold that growth, not just chase it. Be prepared for it. True confidence is not going to come from being seen. It's going to come from knowing that you're ready when you are seen. That's fucking confidence right there. So I would love to know, have you ever had that sort of moment where you felt like you hit it big, you're starting to go viral, you're gaining this major traction, but it was way before you were ready for it? I'm sure there's a lot of us that have these stories. I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to DM me on Instagram at Social Jane Media. I'd love to hear about it because this is a conversation, I see Instagram ads all the time talking about, you want to go viral, you want to go viral, you want to go viral. Okay, well, that's only one piece of the conversation. What happens when you do? That's what this conversation's about. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you know somebody who maybe like hit it big recently, but their systems and their foundation are, let's say, could be better, share this episode with them. This might be what they need to just sort of get that little kick in the pants to do the foundational work that is necessary to create a sustainable business that doesn't just go viral once, but multiple times and can sustain that influx of new people and new growth over and over and over again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for listening to Branded, the podcast. Please rate and review, and for more information, visit socialjanemedia.com. I'll see you soon.